it's a case of make a decision and go, and then you can always pivot. But if you just sit in this limbo and you kind of like drive around and you just sit between two places, you never end up anywhere.
Right.
So just fucking dive. What's happening, gents? Welcome to the Battle Ready Show. Joined with my good friend Leighton over here. Leighton, today I wanted to pick your brain a little bit around intentionality, or being intentional with the shit that you do. Because I have my version of what intentional is and why it's important, but I'd be pretty keen to hear yours.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, what automatically comes to mind for me is not BSing, bro. You just know exactly what you're looking for, what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish, and the steps that you need to take to get there. Like, everything's intentional. That's what comes to mind for me. I don't know. I'm curious to know what you have to say, but I think that people in general, not just guys or just people in general, need to stop playing games and just be intentional and just go straight at whatever they're trying to get. They know what the steps are. Like, if you're trying to build a better body, you know what you have to do, man. You know what it requires of you. If you're trying to, I don't know, get that promotion at work, you know what it's going to take. Like, people know what they need to do, man. Right. You just need to be more intentional with what it is that you're trying to go after, man, and stop dabbling. Like, that's one thing that I can't stand, man, is people who are dabbling, man. Just go all in or just don't do it at all. Right.
Because I think you get to a point, right, where you do too much of the dabbling and you then just live this life of limbo. And I think a lot of people live in that space for far too long, and then they forget what they want in the first place. And I used to do this where I would be like, I didn't want to fully commit to something because I always wanted an out. I wanted to always have a reason why it didn't work out, because I was like, oh, well, you know, I didn't really go all in on this, that, and the other, which is why it didn't really work out. But I never really had faith in the first place that it was going to be what it would be and it would work out the way that I wanted it to. So I always had 1 foot, 1 out. And then it's like, well, of course you're not going to get there because you've got the 1 foot, 1 out, like, or 1 in, 1 out. Versus now, I'm of the mindset of like, it's already happened and time just hasn't caught up yet. Everything I do is like fucking laser focused, man. If I'm going to do a photo shoot, it's like, okay, I'm laser focused on that photo shoot. I'm doing this, that, and the other. I know the outcome. I know exactly what the fuck I want to look like on picture day. And I reverse engineer that almost to a day by day like task list. And then I build the habits and the fundamentals around exactly that. And I know, okay, I have to do this every single day for the next 55 days, 60 days, 80 days, 100 days, whatever. And I will get the outcome that I'm looking for. That to me is intentional. That to me is like, I am all fucking in. There is no out. It's not, oh, maybe I'll get that result or maybe I won't. Motherfucker, I've broken the goal to bite-sized pieces and actionable steps every single day. Daily habits. You're intentional. You can't miss. Because now you know I need to hit X macros, this much water, this much sodium, blah, 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 blah. Job done. It's a wrap. So that's kind of like where I think we need to get to, where it's got to be like a shit ton more intentional around the things that we're doing, because it's very quick and very easy to just kind of like go through the motions, kind of tick the bare minimum boxes. And then you get to a point where you're like, well, of course I'm not successful. Of course I don't have abs. Of course I don't have this. Yeah, because you never went all fucking in on getting abs. You never went all in on being successful. Like, if you truly wanted to be successful, you know what it takes. You know how you can be successful in your space. I know how I can be successful in mine. It's like, I just have to do X, Y, Z every fucking day and don't miss. And then pay your dues. Because it's not going to happen overnight. This is not Amazon Prime, bro. Like, we're playing the real world. This is a real game. So it's like, I'm going to be laser-like focused. I'm going to be intentional as a motherfucker. I'm going to get the result that I want. And if it has to take 10 years, so be it. I'm prepared to bleed from the eyes for 10 fucking years if I had to. That's how you win. That's how you get to where you want to go. That to me is intentional. There we go.
So what do you tell the guy right now he's watching? He's dabbling, bro. He's dabbling. He's like, man, you know, I want to get in shape. I want to grow, you know, my pecs. I want to get some bigger arms, but I just, he has that attitude. What do you tell that dude?
Make a decision. Like, just decide. Is it something that you want or not? If not, make a different decision. But if it's something that you think you might want, go all in for 30 days, 45 days. Like, give yourself no out. I am all fucking in. This is exactly what I'm going to do every single day for the next 45 days. And then you give yourself an opportunity to see if it's for you. But like, if you go to Cheesecake Factory, right, and there's too many options on the menu, And now you're like, you always leave there disappointed. You're like, maybe I should have had the fish. Maybe the fish would have been better than this. Or maybe I should have had the fucking pizza. Or maybe I should have had this, that, and the other. You're always disappointed. But if you're like, you know what? I'm just going to look at that and I'm going to go all in on that. And I'm not going to look at what else is there. How are you disappointed? You went all in on that. That was the best outcome on that particular moment or that particular time.
Right.
That's what now all I do with fitness, nutrition, mindset, coaching, fucking business, whatever. It's like, I'm all in. And then I'm going to give it everything I got. And then there's no what if. Because that what if drives me fucking mad. Like so fucking mad. Because I'm like, I hate the what if. It's like, well, what if I had just given it 5% more?
Yeah.
Like you never know if enough is enough until you're at the finish line. Right. So why don't you just give it everything you got? And then you get to the finish line and you're like, bro, I literally had nothing left to give. Like I was in. And the fact that I didn't win isn't a representation of the fact that I didn't put the work in. It's a fact of the representation that Leighton did more work than I did. Good for him. Like that, he deserved to win at that point. But you get to the finish line and you're like, fuck, dude, I took 10 days off here and I half-assed this and I didn't do that and I gave myself an out here. And now you've got that what if. What if I hadn't taken those 20 days off? What if I had just done a little bit more? Could I have beaten Leighton?
Yeah, I definitely don't want that.
No one doesn't. Yeah. This exists literally the stem of regret. So it got to the point where I've got enough regrets. I don't need to be adding any more to the fucking tally pole, bro. I'm like, I'm up there at the regret column is super high. Yeah. I regret not investing in Amazon when I should have done. I would buying Bitcoin when Bitcoin was fucking pennies on the dollar. Like I've got enough regrets to now be like, bro, I am all in. Yeah. I give this everything. And if it doesn't work out, hey man, it's not through a lack of trying. I was all fucking in and I did everything I could to make it win.
There we go. There we go, man. You heard the man. You heard the man. Be intentional. Stop playing games. Stop dabbling, and make your goals happen, dude. I love it.
It's a case of make a decision and go. And then you can always pivot. But if you just sit in this limbo and you kind of like drive around and you just sit between two places, you never end up anywhere.
Right.
So just fucking dive.
Go for it. Boom. Money. That's what I'm talking about, dude.
So
good stuff.
For the next 30 to 45 days, what are you guys going to get intentional with? Drop it in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, share, and cheers for now.